This is still the POLITY, and we're reaching you live from the Abuja studios of Kaftan TV. Joining us now to do the analysis to the 1 year in office of the President Bola Tinubu's led administration and other issues of national interest is Dr. Suleiman, a public affairs analyst. You're welcome to the program.
It's a pleasure meeting you one more time.
Thank you so much for honoring our invitation and always making yourself available whenever we call up on you.
Thank you very much.
And I must confess, you are looking very smart this afternoon.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
All right. It's in 2 days' time. It will be exactly 1 year into the President Bola Tinubu's administration, which will usher him into the 2nd year of his reign as the president of Nigeria. So far, what is your assessment of the Bola Tinubu's administration? How would you assess it objectively as a Nigerian?
Thank you very much. You see, I always said it, I am not good in criticizing those who have done well in their part, and it is not part of our ethic or training to public harassment, or you should harass a leader, or because you have the freedom of speaking information, you should be insulting, attacking leaders on their own right. And it was always a good opportunity given to us like this to tell the people what our leaders doing, what is their expectation from the what is the mandate given to them, and the expectation from the people. And this is why we're here to give justice to it. You see, as a public analyst, we are not here to just criticize. We are to analyze objectively, look at where we are coming from, where we are today, and where we hope to be in the future. And what I want people to understand, whenever we stand to make criticism, we call it should be progressive and positive criticism, whereby your sense of logic and reasoning must have a basis in social justice that we tell the people what you are saying is correct. And when you are against somebody, you should look at it from that point of view without any emotion and sentiment that what you are saying is correct. This is the platform we use in making criticism or analyzing public affairs as far as we are concerned today, because we are talking of the age of reasoning, and now we are in the age of what? Artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
Good. Looking at Mr. President 1 year in office, as a leader, if you look at His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, looking at where he's coming from, and he has interacted politically, business-wise, with various class of leaders in this country, within and outside this country. And looking at what he tells Nigeria and what he has done in Lagos, believe me honestly, if we should judge him from this, his history, his record, he has performed woefully, not below average. Looking at the promises he gives,
looking at the promises and what he's actually capable of doing.
The expectation from him. Understand now? I don't know why has he come the short of glory of the Nigerian expectation. What is the problem? This is not the Tinubu we know when he was the president, when he was the governor of Lagos State. This is not the Tinubu we knew quite all right when he was campaigning for the presidential election in 2023. This is not the Tinubu we know that is outspoken and telling us that, look, our hope should be alive. And he said he knows where the problem is. Then now what is the problem? Why are we not getting the expected result? So with this, I've laid a foundation. This is where I said, look, I am not attacking him on individual basis as a person, but administratively, if you look at what he has done from the very day he was being sworn in, and the expectation from the Nigerians and the support given to him during the electoral process up to this point, you understand that, look, I think he has not actually appreciated Nigerian citizens.
When you talk about the support given to him during the electioneering period, that's by the wayside, but I still want you to react to it. See, a section of Nigerians still believe that their mandates were stolen.
See, that will always be the issue.
In fact, if we go, on the internet space, X precisely, you'd see some activists, you see some people from a particular section of the country, you know, posting the Labour Party's presidential candidates, and you know, with the caption, my own president. The president he voted for. So if you say the support,
let me tell
Nigerians.
I am not of the class of people that work on emotion and sentiment. You understand now? Nigeria is for all of us.
Absolutely.
We should remain solid and firm when it comes to defending the peace and unity of Nigeria and the integrity of this country. We have leaders who have spared their life, you understand now, to uphold the peace and unity and integrity of this country and have defended the sovereignty of this nation. So in this cause, we should throw our weight behind them, either they are alive or not. We should have a focus. We should have where we are coming from, where we are going to. This is our time. We are leaders in our own right. And what we are doing today, you are not just doing it because you are practicing your profession. No, you are also a leader on this right. You are projecting and protecting the image and the interest of Nigeria, and that's why you are here. You understand now? So you should have to do it with all open-mindedness, and you should be very conscious of whatever you are doing and whatever you are saying. That is why the moment I get to the studio, I make sure, look, you are talking to millions of viewers. You are talking to this generation and generation yet unborn, because these things will go on record.
Absolutely.
You see, if you look at it, to go to the question proper, he got the support. A lot of people at the primary of APC stepped down from Mr. President Tinubu. Tinubu. You understand now? Then coming to the election, you see, we will have caught the edge of each political party by the three, zone, Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. But some people made a sacrifice. And look, no, it is the time for the Southwest. Let's give them the support. Whoever comes there, you understand now. And we look at the former
former Senate
president agenda. You understand now, to make him a sole candidate for the APC. But it doesn't work out because some people stand against it and say, look, no, this time is for Northwest and it's for Mr. President Mr. Tinubu. That's number one sacrifice. You understand, from leaders from some section of this country. Number two, we saw when it comes to the issue of what? Of Muslim ticket. Some Christians stood by it and said, look, we are not looking at religion per se. We are looking for these people that make, understand, the candidate. Mr. Tinubu will not stand for any religion, and Shetima, the vice president, will not stand for Muslims. They are going to stand for Nigerians. And this is another sacrifice from the Christians. Let's appreciate whatever everybody have done. And look at it. During the election process, everybody came out to cast their vote, and we stood by it. When the result was announced, nobody go on rampage on the street. Even those that have their issues went to court, and the court make their declaration.
Okay,
so now look at it. Up till now, there are some people that use political activities, political vehicle, and vested their interest on it to destabilize the peace and unity of the country, or to work on some sentiment of some people that feel, look, we should be considered by every means as far as this government is concerned. No, what we are saying, you should not. I don't agree to the concept of political mafiaism, political gangsterism. You understand now? In the current modern democratic setup in Nigeria, no, come out with what? Constructive blueprint on how you think the government should perform better, and project it to the people. You are all over the social media saying this is not your president. Then let your president give Mr. President his blueprint, how he should do it better. You That is it. Let Peter Obi and all his cabinet all his people come together, write a very powerful letter with highlighting what he would have done if he had been appointed as the president. Then look, we are giving you this the march forward, you understand, to move Nigeria from this where they are to the next forward. And if Mr. President Tinubu refuses to look at it, then we in Nigeria will look at it constructively and say, look, this is what we are saying.
This is what we are saying.
You understand now? You must go by what this guy is saying. It's a good advice, even if it's not a APC man, but he's Nigerian. You must respect his feeling. But this is not what we are saying. This is not what we are seeing. We are seeing only people protesting in social media, and we should not respect that. It should not be accepted. So Tinubu, what I'm saying is, look, he has gotten the mandate. He has gotten the support. You understand now? But from day one, if you look at it, with the removal of subsidy, I was here in the studio. I defended it, and I saw it, you understand, now to be good and, a right decision. But he has mismanaged the process.
Okay, now I want us to come back to the general outlook of things now. Coming from your perspective with your wealth of experience, just like you've said now that he had mismanaged the process, what exactly do you think President Tinubu could have done differently in order to mitigate the current sufferings of Nigerians at the moment? Because I must say, like I usually say on the program, Nigerians are in pains. Nigerians are barely, affording the basics of the basic necessities they need every day right now. Some Nigerians are even saying that they miss the former president. So what do you think this government led by President Tinubu now could have done differently?
It's so unfortunate for Nigerians who have said or saying they miss the former president. It's the same Nigerian that rise up against the policy of the former president, President Muhammad Buhari, you understand now, and clamor for a change and say, look, we are tired of you, you should go. They are even casting their curse and stone on him, you understand now. So let me tell you, what is the expectation here as far as to do in the first place when you remove the wealth subsidy? Those money that accrue into trillions of naira within the first 6 months, the way you manage those funds will have meant a lot to Nigeria. Number one, if I were him, agricultural sector should have taken the large chunks of that money. Set 6 fertilizer plants across the 6 geopolitical zones. Make fertilizer available. Encourage people to go back to farm. Instead of you giving palliative, give soft loan directly through ministries, MDS, to civil servants to engage them in farming. And make the fertilizer available for them. You understand now? Make a kind of workshop for every MDS to organize a workshop that people within their domain, within their house setting, could have 1 or 2 plants that in 3 months they gain something out of it. That is number one. Number two, you look at transportation. The end product of every industry, company, or small and medium enterprises is to get to the market. To the
marketplace.
So now, the cost of transportation now is one of those things that most of these marketers are crying out for. That transportation is too expensive. Look, make available within short-time possible period. We have long-term policy and short-term policy. What are the measures are you going to take to bring down the cost of transportation after removing the fuel subsidy? What you do, you should establish a federal urban mass transportation. Bring it back immediately in all the state capital. Supply all agency under, you open it, agency within the 36 states. Have transport directly from where? From, so that is, an indigenous manufacturer of transport. You bring it at a very low cost. You supply this 36 states through the state government and let you be getting your money through the state government, and you are paying this guy. It will generate what? Employment. It will cushion some effect. If it is 1.0 unemployment issue rate, it will reduce it from your unemployment statistic. That is it. Then the cost, it will reduce the cost of transportation. Then number two, No, sorry, number 3. If we said that, look, the problem of fuel subsidy is within the marketers that import and export our crude oil and also import the refined product, then I said, Mr. Adeniyi, since 1995, I knew quite all right about refineries built on ships. I knew much about modular refineries.
Modular refineries.
Then why can't Mr. President buy like yours short-term measures? If Dangote is not cooperating, after getting loan from CBN, 40%, 50% to build the refinery, had he then feel necessary to make things easier for you and for the government of the day, look, let me tell you, get modular refinery and get refinery on top of the ship. Let them refine, even if it is 1 million barrel per day or a liter per day for you. In 10 days, you have 10 millions of what? What are we saying? That is one. Number 2, Mr. Adeniyi, if you want to make this product surplus for Nigeria, what you should do, open up the petroleum sector, bring consortiums, tell them, give them free environment. Come and build refinery. We will supply you with the crude oil. You understand now? Our CBN was able to give them data 40%. Tell them you are giving them 30%. Let them come with 70%. You understand now? And the crude oil, at whatever rate they are selling in the international market, we will give you less. We will let it by 25%. You understand now? Or even by 40%, because it is a private investment in Nigeria. We will look at it how to make. He, Mr. President, said it during his campaign that we attract investors and make the cost of investment in Nigeria cheaper for them. This is the process. So now, let me tell you.
What do you think is wrong? Because a lot has been said about attracting investors to Nigeria. A lot of trips, a lot of travels have been made.
You see, Mr. Adeniyi, when our brain talk, our heart, our mind forget it. When our mind talks, you understand now, we forget everything in the world. Is it not the same Tinubu that told us during his campaign, election process, from one town hall meeting to another, from one state to the other? Is still not the president now? We are not talking of Balablu or Papa Blue of a team. No, this is. He is now what?
The president.
Is the president, and he's the theater of operation as far as leadership and vision is concerned in Nigeria. Now, what is holding him? He is the chief executive of the country. He is the financial officer. He is everything. He is the chief executive officer. He holds every right to say, look, let me tell you, Mr. Adeniyi, if we are not getting right, he has assembled those that only will tell him what he wants to hear and not what is the reality on the ground. That is it. And most of them, if they look, this is what the same mistake we said Jonathan did. The same mistake Buhari did. The same mistake Tinubu is now committing. What are we saying? Is it that our leaders are not strong enough when they assume the responsibility of leadership as president or not?
Talking about their self-will.
Their self, and talking about the principle of leadership, talking about the values of where they come from. Because in everything, let me tell you, Tinubu today is not just an individual. He is representing the values and institution of every Yoruba man as far as Yoruba kingdom is concerned, starting from the Oduduwa nation. The Oduduwa, the founder of Yoruba nation itself. When you are talking of Samuel Ajayi Crowder, he's talking about him. You understand now? When you are talking of the Allah of the Yoruba, from A to Z, every aspect of traditional making values and institution, he's representing them. The same thing applicable. If he's a Muslim, he's representing the content of what of the Quran and Hadith, except if he said, look, I'm not a true Muslim. The same thing when we talk about Buhari. You understand now? About the value and trust of where he came from and the religion he portray he is. The same thing we said about General Jonathan. That what are we saying? Have they forgotten the values of being a cultural Africa, a traditional Nigeria? You understand now? Have they forgotten that they have some background where they came from? So let me tell you. History of today will tell you about the history of tomorrow. And tomorrow, when you appear in the history of tomorrow, it tells you about the future. Look, my brother, the future is still bleak. We have
talking about the future of this president, of this country, or this administration.
This administration, this country. Because let me tell you, if you have somebody like Tinubu, with all his experience in the political arena for the past 30 years, with his experience in business, with his experience with what? His interpersonal relationship with leaders across different strata in Nigeria and after this country, then what we expect? We don't ever expect anything less excellent from him.
But in the president's defense, one would think that you know, the way looking at how bad things had gone in the country under the previous administration, one would think that sometimes it's for you to be able to get a standard structure, you need to completely pull down the old one, lay a solid foundation, and this has been what the present administration had been using in their defense over time, saying that a lot had gone wrong and they needed to lay a solid foundation. And the rewards of this pain will soon begin to come to fruition.
Mr. Neil, let me bring you to this issue where I told I've told you earlier that we are in the generation of reasoning, not just being educated, not being that, look, you have experience, you are a leader, you are this, you are that, you are no. What are you bringing to the table? What is going to be your personal contribution to the development of this nation as a leader, as a president? What are you going to do different? What is your cutting edge as far as leadership is concerned when we compare it to other past leaders? You understand now? Look, if I want to breaking even as far as leadership is concerned in Nigeria, I must come with something different, something unique, something that will look. It goes with this generation. We are talking about the fourth generation as far as the Industrial Revolution is concerned. You understand now? And we are even stepping into the fifth Industrial Revolution as far as this generation is concerned. Then what is wrong with our leaders? What are they doing? You understand now? Look, let me tell you. Hold on. If you look at it constructively, who are the Mr. President think tank? Who are his strategists? Then what is his unique leadership quality as far as presidency is concerned in this country? Tell me, within the last 1 year he has spent today as a president, what has he achieved differently? Nothing. It is just a normal relay that goes around the field. It has come to my turn, let me run and give to the next person. So if we want to make a difference, if, for example, quote me everywhere, let me tell you, if I am Tinubu, we don't need to bring down some policies and establish policies that you cannot build and maintain within the 8 years and leave a very solid legacy. Look, there are institutions we have that those institutions, if you bring them to reduplicate them, it gives you a resounding achievement as far as leadership in every sector of Nigeria. So let me tell you.
What are the institutions you're looking at?
You'll see today we have federal medical centers. We have national hospitals. Why? National Hospital, Julius Berger built it with 10 billion naira within 9 months. Those palliative, the subsidies you remove from fuel, call Julius Berger. We want national hospital in the 6th geopolitical zone. Instantly after constructing it, it will give you employment. It is a new edifice. It will generate revenue for you because it's not going to be free. It gives you a revenue. It also employ, you understand now. So it also attend to the healthcare system delivery as far as that standard is concerned internationally. That is number one. Number two, in the education sector, I mentioned it before. You see, I don't know what type of minister that we have in this country, Mr. Nee. Is it not possible to say, look, all these senators, we are going to construct federal college federal college or federal science college in every three senatorial state of senatorial sector of each state that each senator come from, then the Federal Ministry of Education will sit down with what? With the senators, will sit down with the ministers, have a plan, blueprint. You build federal colleges, federal college, not FC. You
Federal colleges.
Federal colleges of what? Secondary school in the 3 in each of what? In each state. That shows every constituency we have a federal college.
We have a federal college?
Yes, we have a federal government a college. Then there instantly you have both boarding and what? And day. You see, you employ people. People will go back. Instead of them coming to the city to look for what? For job. They go back to those schools and get employment within their constituencies. Understand now? And they feel the impact of what? Of the federal government there. So children will have access to benefit from what? From this subsidy. And you are creating environment, you are creating what? Job employment within those locality, number one. And you are encouraging the local contractors to have job that they will do within that locality.
But then if you talk about the education sector, this present administration, they would bring up the student national student loan, federal government student loan scheme, and that's an area that they've put forward over time. That this is
Mr. Adeniyi, I'm sorry to cut in here, to cut you short, please. You see, there are policies. If you look at it, is it the loan for the student that matters, or taking the institution closer to the people, where parents can muster their word and we appreciate the federal government at that level, grassroots, that look, their children are going to federal college, are going to federal institutions. What are we saying? It's a simple thing. If you have it, each state will have 3 federal colleges across 3 senatorial districts of each state. Then times 36, you should know you are having close to 90-something or 900-something institutions that are going to employ millions of people as teachers. Then you see people going back, instead of people roaming about in the National Assembly looking for a job. Even the senators will be happy themselves to go to those institutions and see what is going on there. That is on education. Today, if you look at, we have a lot of universities, both state universities, we have about federal universities that they have come up with new universities, and we are appreciating it. It brings out this issue of a quota system where people have to, go far. You see, they brought the university close to your doorstep. Parents appreciate, you understand now, what it means to go to institution, to go to higher institution. So now, we have talked of agricultural sector. We have talking about the educational sector. If you look at the petroleum sector. We have also talked about the petroleum sector. Let me tell you, finally on the petroleum sector, you have the second world countries that are also perfect in building refineries. Bring Brazil. You understand now? Look at countries like South Korea.
South Korea.
Look at countries like even Japan, Taiwan. Let them come and construct many refineries that you will be able to manage for maybe 5, 6, 7 years or 12 years before you build a what? A very big complex refinery. You understand? What are we saying?
Okay, just because of our time is fast spent, the other issues I want us to discuss, 2 very prominent issues. I want us to discuss the emirship tussle in Kano State at the moment, and what it portends to the traditional institution, and quite a number of protests have erupted in Kano State for the new emir and against the new emir. I'm talking about Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, and he has come out to say that the federal government resisted all temptation to interfere in his reinstatement. What are your thoughts on this emirship tussle in Kano State?
You see, if you look at the history of emirate in Kano State since from the 11th century, this is not the first time they are dethroning and enthroning an emir in Kano State. It has happened on several occasions.
You mean to dethrone an emir,
yes,
and after some time, you know, bring him back again?
Okay. Yes, there's even an emir that spent only a day on throne. You see, I have read across the chronological history of the enthronement of emirs in Kano State. It's just, look, people are reacting because we're in the era of what? Of computer, we're in the era of AI, and so, you know, the internet revolution has brought us close to the, you know, people, and we have a lot of, you know, divergent opinion here and there. So if you look at it, I don't see anything a big deal about it. Look, they are all brothers. They are either nephew and cousins there. Sanusi Lamido Sanusi married the son of the daughter of Ado Bayero. That is the direct sister to Aminu Bayero. They now dethrone emir. You understand now? So he married the sister to the dethrone emir. So
invariably it's more like a family
issue. You understand? That is number one. And they have forgotten that, look, whatever comes around goes around. You understand now? Justice will come to play today and tomorrow. If they are working against fairness and equity, the law of karma will catch with any of them. And I'm telling you, as far as leadership is concerned in North, they believe it is God that gives power and it is God that takes power. You understand now? So let's leave it on this ground. Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, I said, he has made his impact as a CBN governor, as an emir, and when he has been dethroned, we have seen him getting across, traveling from one, and I have got the title of Khalifa as far as the Tijaniya movement is concerned in Africa. And today he has been reinstated as the emir of Kano. So what I expect, let Aminu Bayero take faith in what? In God as a true Muslim, you understand now? But then look beyond the emirate of Kano.
But then if we take a look at the whole thing, a lot of Nigerians believe that it's more like a political battle between the political heavyweights in Kano State.
That is
Ganduje and Kwankwaso. Because Kwankwaso was quoted as saying during the governorship campaigns in Kano State that by the time NNPP emerges winner in the governorship election, that the issue of the emirship of Kano and the newly created emirates will be revisited. And when Kwankwaso was his spokesperson was questioned, he distanced. I'm just coming. He distanced Kwankwaso from all of the allegations. At this point now, the present governor of Kano State, he reversed the law that brought in Ado Bayero. He reversed the law that brought. So, are we looking at a situation whereby another governor emerges and he doesn't feel like he reverses the law and reinstates? Because what exactly does this portend to, the sanctity of the traditional institution?
Let me tell you, apart from looking at it from the political interest in as far as this traditional institution is concerned, we need to look at it historically. Okay. Understand now? Because it is not the governor, it was the House of Representatives, the legislative of Kano that said no, they have tampered with history. All those new emirates that were being concerned, it was not in our history, it's not part of our history. Why will you distort history because of political interest? You understand now? And you have weakened the central power of what? Of the emir. Because there's what we call Hawan Salah, Hawan Daushe, whereby the emir will tour around all these emirates. You understand now? So we have what we call Hakimi. Hakimi are just the representative district head, whereby the emir at the end of every occasion of any Salah Eve will go around and look at what the district head is doing. The people and district will also come out, understand now, to welcome him. People will come out and to welcome the emir. So now, if each district now have his own emirate, then this thing has been distorted. So today, let me tell you, the Yoruba Kingdom have their history, have their culture, traditional institution on how it should be run. So nobody will come at this time and say, look, we are going to distort it. That is number one. The essence of tradition, the essence of what? Of cultural heritage is what? To protect the sanctity of our heroes, of our ancestors, you understand now? So if it has been tampered with, some people come up logically with good idea to restore it. I don't see anything political wrong in it.
Okay, then.
So now the issue is that, look, let's embrace peace. Let's allow peace to reign. You understand now? You see, let me tell you, in everything happens, I do see things positive out of it. If I'm Aminu Ado Bayero, what I will do, look, I will look at it, look at my CV. Where do I need to improve in my life? Where do I need to go? Who have I not been, you understand now, interacting with? That is what Sanusi did. He came to the larger society. He opened his tentacle. He spoke out, you understand now? He attracted followers. He attracted viewers, you understand now? He attracted mentorship. He mentored a lot of people, you understand now? And he have even went deep into the political space of Nigeria, both internationally.
Okay, then, Dr. Suleiman, I have to cut you short at this very moment. But then, in the next 2 minutes, I want to, now that the tribunal has, upheld the victory of Governor Usman Ododo in Kogi State, what's next for Kogi and its citizens at this point?
At this point, you see, let me tell you, I have seen the good work His Excellency Alhaji Usman Ododo has been doing, like the 100 days in office. I have mentioned it, the issue of Opanko airport space. I want to, turn to an cargo airport. And a lot of institution agencies that he have brought to Kogi State. And it tells you that, look, the governor is working independently. And the judgment of the tribunal tells you, like, look, there is term in agreement between the electoral umpire, the judiciary system in Nigeria, the security agency operatives, understand now? And if we, the followers, we understand this, like, look, whenever election has been casted and a winner has emerged, we should take it, what? In good faith and follow the trend of event. We should go back and prepare for the next coming election. If we are to be part of it, we should look at how we should help the government of the day constructively and let them achieve success. That will be what? Your launching pad when you are coming next time. Not to stand at an opposition for life. No. You don't try to bring them down. No. What I have seen here, look, all the science gathered by Ajaka have learned through the process. Understand now? Today, it has added to their CV, either they lose or they won. You understand now? Okutepa will tell you, I have seen where I made my mistake, I got it wrong, but next time I will build on it. Understand now? And also the winner will see where the errors, the gaps is that give room for opponent to go to court.
And try to mend it.
So it's a big congratulations to His Excellency Alhaji Usman Ododo, but I pray it will going to be an inclusive, all-inclusive government. You understand now? And even those in the diaspora and those in the east that have worked against him, let him bring them and know how to bring them as a father of the state and make a very good headway. I wish him all the best, and we'll continue to do our best and give our best when the need arises.
Dr. Suleiman, thank you so much for your very much insightful analysis on the program. As always, thank you so much once again.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Viewers, this is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of the program, The Polity, reaching you live from the Abuja studios of Kaftan TV. My name is Francis Adeniyi. Bye.